you want green mochi, you have to go to like Mitsuwa, which is a Japanese grocery store. Or they might have them at Super H Mart. I haven't been there since freshman year of high school.
Super H Mart's Korean.
Yes, but they might have Japanese snacks.
They do. You're right.
Welcome back to the Witching Hour. It's your crew here, the Witching Hour crew. This is episode 10.
10!
Oh yeah, our 10th episode.
10th episode.
Double digits. We should have made a cake or something.
Oh yeah.
This podcast has been around for 10 years now.
Yeah, we do an episode a year, so here we are, and it's the 10th episode. So that means we have 10 surprises, and 1 through 10 is our 2 guests, Redding and Kevin.
Hey.
How's it going?
They can't see you wave.
He's got a little stage fright.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's kind of like when you get on stage and your penis just shrinks up.
Your quivering
Yeah.
member,
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly, like a little turtle head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you might notice that there's a voice missing amongst us 4.
Yeah, Al's not here. He,
I killed him.
what happened was last week we were talking about our favorite video games, or just games in general the whole time, and Al said his list, and he wanted me to tell everyone that the reason he couldn't be here tonight is because his list has changed. His new number 1 favorite game of all time is Fortnite, and he's busy playing Fortnite right now as we speak, and he's currently battle royaling and flossing constantly, and he told me he just can't pull himself away from it, so Al is Fortnite.
It's understandable for us, the hosts, and also it's little Druther here along with Polio Bro. Tonight.
New alter ego.
Fat
Bro's gone.
He's gone and dead. Now it's Polio Bro.
I have a blanket on my lap.
He looks like Frederick Delano Roosevelt.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the kids, and we have our special guests.
So we have 3 of 10 surprises so far.
That was 1 through 10. Kevin,
we have
and
7
Ryan.
more surprises left.
Oh, yes. Number 4 is that I am going to college. I know that's an amazing thing. I've worked really hard. Thank you. I made it, and this is an exciting time for me. I'm going to college.
Wow. What are you studying?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'll figure that out.
Awesome.
What are you studying, Redding, if you're going to be so fucking hostile about it?
I hate talking about what I study.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about school. Today, bro, how much are you planning on censoring yourself for this episode? Because today is a special occasion. It's the first time in podcast history that we've had a girl on the podcast.
I didn't even realize we have a girl here. Yeah.
On your 10th year, you have to get progressive. That's the rule.
Yes.
It
I know
is-
it might surprise some of you out there because of Redding's deep, low, throaty voice, but she is in fact a girl.
Yeah.
Born that way and still that way
Ovaries.
now.
Yeah, ovaries and all.
Why don't you tell us about being a girl, Redding?
It sucks. Let
I
me tell you.
figured, yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. Things are getting better, I think. We can vote. That's pretty cool.
Is that new?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that I don't want to talk about. This is sad. I want to talk about things that are good.
Yeah, that's fine. So our first girl in podcast history, our 3rd guest in podcast history. That's 2 other reasons, so we're at like 6 now. 2 other
I have
10.
You have a surprise?
I do.
You have a
I have one
surprise?
surprise. I am getting a surgery to correct my turtle-heading penis. So now
Oh,
I
nice.
won't travel up in front of you guys.
Is
Cool.
it so that you're like always erect, or is it just a
Full
penis
mast.
enhancement surgery?
It's where they extend your dick to its fullest at all times. So whether or not I'm fully erect or not, I'm just gonna have that length.
It's really hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's getting it.
Like,
Like
you whip it out, and
temperature-wise?
it's just like a hose, like a wet
So you're
guarded my
constantly
house.
coming?
No.
Yeah, no.
He said it's wet, like it's sweaty.
Yeah,
You know,
But he said it's
like
okay,
a like
sweat,
a penis
okay.
that's not circumcised.
exactly.
You know,
Oh,
and
those things are gross.
They get
did
hot.
you know it's possible to grow back your foreskin?
It is, yeah.
Did Elon Musk say that? Where'd you read that, bro? The
No,
Daily Mail?
actually, one of my buddies from work.
Who?
I'm not gonna name his name on here.
Do I know him?
Yeah, you've met him.
Okay.
Shout out to his buddy.
It's not Dylan.
Oh, it's okay. So it's okay. I'm not gonna say his name.
Because I don't know if he wants me to say his name on the podcast.
Is he ever gonna be on the podcast? Probably not.
Don't say that. He might, and he's
It's a
probably
question.
listening.
It's a question. I was answering for you because that's what I do. I'm a man. I mansplain.
All right, well, anyways,
I'm
he
explaining to you what mansplaining is. It's where I
Okay.
interrupt you.
whatever. He said that he knew a person in high school whose dad invented this contraption that'll help you regrow your foreskin.
This
Dead
is
ass
fucking
serious.
fake.
No,
This is fake. I need
I'm
to
gonna bring
hear
him
this
on the show.
story. I need to hear this.
it's true. Well, and
firsthand.
he told me what it was, and I looked it up. It's real, and I saw a picture of how it works, and it looks really
That
painful.
sounds disgusting.
Because it's just like this like like a cylindrical device that straps onto like the shaft of your dick, and then it like grabs onto the foreskin part, and basically you're just like weighing it down, and it's like stretching the skin over and over and over again,
So,
and it just holds it that way.
Oh my god.
And you know what? It's kind of an interesting concept because, you know, we don't choose to be circumcised.
well, some
just
people do.
are.
Some people do.
Yeah, but most of the time your parents decide for you before you even have the ability to consent.
But I think
that.
it's still a good thing that people get circumcised. I am pro circumcision. I think everyone should be circumcised.
I don't think anyone should get circ shamed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That and I've heard circ shaming too much, but I
Cirque du Soleil.
but
That's a cool product though. You should get it to sponsor your.
Yeah, I've been
Podcast.
talking about it. Possibly getting one. I don't know.
We'll do
Just,
a video.
yeah, do
we'll
a video.
do a video. We'll upload it to Pornhub on our. We have an
Our
account for the
Pornhub
podcast
nice.
where we upload. You can listen to us on Pornhub now.
Hot new vids daily.
Yeah, I mean you don't even have to upload porn to Pornhub.
Yeah, you do.
No, you
You
don't
can
actually.
watch the
Somebody-
emoji movie
they-
on
no,
Pornhub.
There's a guy who he's a comedian and he just uploaded like 15 minutes of his stand up to Pornhub.
What the hell? I feel.
Bro,
all
I've
right.
been uploading to Pornhub since episode 1.
What the fuck, dude? Like, they should have admins on there filtering through the videos and making sure if it's not nudity or porn or whatever, take it off.
You ever
Well,
think
I don't-
somebody
that-
might
there's
get
no
off?
place for
What
that.
if somebody gets off to the sound of my voice, bro?
Then
Like an ASMR.
watch
Yes.
and just do it on YouTube.
Some people don't like
Leave
the Yerka
Pornhub
dudes.
to the hardcore visual
What about-
freaks
Yeah,
out there,
but-
okay?
What
Yeah, I
about those
guess this-
kinks?
It gets into that conversation then of what is porn and what is
yeah.
art, which is like such a difficult conversation to have because everybody's going to have a different answer.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really deep.
This is getting meta.
This is really meta. you
Yeah,
guys.
sorry,
What
guys.
is
I'll pull us
art and
back.
what is porn?
I say it's when the dick goes in.
Well,
That's what-
then
What about hand jobs
could-
and blowjobs?
Could the art? Is
Could be
there
art.
an art to just
No.
watching porn? Could that be considered?
Porn could
an
be
art?
just
I think
art.
so. I think so. I think that you could go to a gallery and masturbate in front of people
That could
if
be
they
art.
consent to it. Yeah, and it
You
could
have to
be
sign a
considered art.
consent waiver
Performance.
prior to entering the museum. But if you sign it and go watch people masturbate, yeah, you'd be like, I signed up for this. This
Wait,
is art.
actually, now that I think about it, I remember hearing about this famous artist that did an installation at an art museum, and he was behind like this wooden. He was like essentially in a wooden box that he built, and he was like jerking off in it the whole
Dude.
time while people would like come through.
Was
the
that
gallery.
Pablo
Was that-
Picasso?
Was that David Blaine?
I don't remember who it was. It was like a while ago. This was like in the 60s or 70s. But yeah, he would just like jerk
Oh,
off.
so was
while-
Louis. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Up to his
It's
old
definitely-
tricks.
Well, I was
Yeah.
watching one of the Dogma films, The Idiots, and there you get to see full penetration when the idiots have an orgy. Is that porn or is that art?
It's porn.
but it's artistic. It's not meant for you to jerk off to it.
How do you know that?
That's
Because that's the director's intention.
What?
Movies have fan service, bro.
yeah. And what's the name of the director? It's
Not Werner Herzog. It's he's
Werner
dead.
Herzog.
He's a dead guy. He recently killed himself.
Oh, did he?
Yes, Lars von Trier.
Oh,
Unless I'm
he's dead?
completely wrong.
No,
I could be
Lars
thinking of
isn't.
someone
I don't
else.
think Von Trier's dead.
It might be someone else. I don't know. if
He's
Lars
just
von
kind
Trier
of
did that. No, some. I think he did Dogma. Some director that did Dogma killed himself recently.
Okay. Yeah.
Look,
Maybe
all
I
I'm
can.
saying, bro, is that I think fan service is a thing. Putting things in films or TV shows that is with the intention of your audience masturbating to it is a reality that we face. Think about an example here. High School of the Dead. It's an anime.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where they are shooting a bullet at zombies, and there's an anime girl with big titties, and she's like doing a backflip in the air, and her tits go like one goes up and one goes down so that the bullet goes in between them, and then shoots a zombie in the brain.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that was meant to preserve the art, or was it just for people to be like, wow, titties?
Yeah, but you're saying that's in literally every piece of media. There's fan service.
In some way, shape, or form.
I
No.
kind of have to agree with Joe here.
I
I
don't
think.
agree with Joe
I-
here.
I would say that there are certain. I would say that there are very specific pieces of art which are meant to be giant fuck yous to that, but at the same time, isn't that kind of fan service to people who just want art that's fuck you?
But okay,
Yeah,
then what's the?
people
like you.
I disagree with that because is that then you're getting really broad with fan service. What's the definition of fan service then? Is it just doing something with the intention of the fans in mind? Because then that every single movie is fan service, just in general. Then fan service doesn't even exist. Well, it simultaneously
Well,
does
I'm
exist.
specifically talking about masturbation here, so that's kind of
Yeah.
like my point.
Well, let's just
Okay.
here. Let me give you a scenario about masturbation and fan service. Let's say my mom walks in on me masturbating, and she just continues to watch, and I continue the jerk off until I come. Is that fan service?
Are you aware of it? You're being so broad with this, dude. Are you
Yeah,
aware-
she's looking me in the eye.
And you
I'm
continue to
aware of
masturbate?
it. Yeah,
That's
is
I have
it-
way more questions
My
on why
question
you're still
is it fan
masturbating.
service because she's obviously a fan of me jerking off?
If you,
I don't know.
If you get off
Kevin,
even
you
more,
lost
Who let
me,
you
bro.
in here? Who let you
See,
be
I
on
think
the
this is a
cast?
little
You
retarded.
lost me. I don't remember what I was trying to get at.
Yeah,
at
I
the
think
beginning
you're
with.
just trying to say anything
I
that
just-
has anything remotely
Look,
sexual is
my-
fan service.
My goddamn point is, get the non-porn shit off of Pornhub, please. Admins, can you help me out here? No, I didn't even know that there was non-pornography on
You can watch
Pornhub.
movies on porn.
I know, I didn't even know that, so clearly it's not even affecting me, so...
Yeah, so
I
why do you
guess-
have to be an
I guess I
asshole
gotta
and tell
check
her
my
to get off
privilege
there?
on
Yeah,
that.
fuck you, asshole.
I'm sorry.
Maybe instead of polio, bro, you should be asshole, bro. Unless people with polio are assholes.
They have them
Ask
for sure.
FDR.
He was kind of an asshole.
He was also rich. He was kind of a rich bitch.
Yeah,
Are you a rich
he
bitch,
fucked
Joe?
his cousin while also
he
cheating
went
on
to
his
war?
wife, who was his cousin.
Well, he made the country go to war. I don't think he ever went
It's
to
kind of
war.
an asshole move.
Yeah. That's
He
true.
called Albert Einstein a fucking nerd and
He-
beat him up in high school.
He died.
Gave him a swirly.
He was a
he-
total
He
Chad.
died before that war that he started even fucking ended. So it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
It's so sad.
finish your fucking
Same
meal,
with
you
JFK.
know?
That's so sad.
That's true.
Can we get 50 likes?
They're gonna say, can we have 50 seconds of silence for
Yeah,
JFK?
actually,
50 seconds.
50 seconds
Yeah, we
of
need some
silence for
padding for this video.
50 seconds of silence for JFK starting now. Fuck JFK.
Wow.
He was a
Dude,
womanizer.
he fucked Marilyn
Yeah,
Monroe.
he was. You know what? He was a piece of shit. Probably a communist.
Yeah.
Didn't even actually send us to space. That was fake.
Yeah, it was Richard
He was
Nixon.
Catholic. That's another
Well, no,
problem.
because
Is that a problem? I know a
Correct,
Catholic guy.
Yeah, my girlfriend's Catholic. It pretty much sucks. I can't even use a rubber, dude.
We're not talking about ourselves on this podcast.
No, go into detail, please.
Well, for those of you who don't know, me and Redding are dating.
Oh yeah,
in
that's
case we
probably
didn't make that
something
clear.
clear. Yeah.
But
No, we're not.
Oh damn.
not anymore, I guess. All right.
Wow.
No,
First
we're-
time in
no,
podcast
yeah.
history where a couple is broken up live on the
No,
podcast.
we're dating. We live together.
Redding just
Pretty
doesn't
gross.
like it.
I shut the fuck up.
You sleep in separate beds.
I'm worn out. I'm a drunk.
Drink your fucking high C.
It's all gone. Kevin drank all of it.
That's like
And
it's
have
a
some
good
green tea
metaphor
mochi.
for
There's
our
sugar
life.
in
Just
it.
drain her of everything she has.
Oh man.
But yeah, we're dating, and that's all right. I suppose
That's final.
It's final.
Well, maybe we should do a little explanation on how we all got to know each other here.
Good, sure.
If you could use one
Oh, or
movie
not.
to describe your relationship,
Asshole.
what movie would
I don't
it
watch
be?
movies, so you gotta answer.
Yeah, Redding hates movies.
I don't hate movies.
Well, at the
She
same
does
time,
hate
she's a
movies.
filmmaking
Only
major.
anime.
I'm not. All
Only,
this information is so
um,
false.
Let's see here. Only anime.
Knocked up.
Uh,
That's right. We have an announcement.
Scott Pilgrim.
yeah. God, jeez, we're not that quirky. Yeah, that's my favorite anime.
Lion
for
King?
sure.
Oh, Lady and the
Oh,
Tramp.
it doesn't have to be anime.
'Cause-
I
Redding's
no,
the
it doesn't
Tramp.
have to be anime.
Let's see.
Any
no.
movie.
Any movie. Probably Inglorious Bastards. She's like the Nazis, and I'm like the Jews who want to kill her.
Okay.
That's really dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much how it goes there
fair.
at home. It's
I
kind of
need
like
to-
Tom, or maybe you know what a better
Top Gun.
comparison. I was gonna say Tom and Jerry because we just kind of chase each other around the house and hit each other over the head constantly. So
Is that true, Redding?
I'm gonna need like 5 minutes. If that's
Of
okay.
5 minutes of what?
Silence.
Silence.
Okay, 5 minutes of
minutes of
starting right now.
Fuck
Fuck Redding.
JFK.
but for real, let's see a good movie to describe us.
Zach and Marie make a porno.
Enough of the antics.
I don't know. What would you say? Okay, if you had to choose a TV show, because you do TV more so.
Oh god, that's tough.
Parks and Rec.
That's immediately. I already
Everybody
know
loves
Redding
that.
was thinking about
No, I
that.
wasn't. I don't
Yeah, she
watch
was.
Parks and Rec.
Shit.
Redding
so
is
funny.
April and Kevin is Kevin Spacey.
That's true,
Yes.
actually. In House of
Kevin
Cards.
Spacey
yeah.
makes me so mad.
He
Why?
makes
Because
me
he
so
touches
horny.
kids and then
Yeah,
says
me
it's
too,
okay, I'm
dude.
gay.
I'm gay. It's fine.
It's fine.
Next time any conflict comes my way, I'm just gonna say I'm gay. It's fine,
I'd believe it.
right? That's
Kevin's
why
a good beard.
I know. Well, I'm a good beard for Kevin too.
Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
It's
I
true.
don't know the definition of beard.
It means that you're hiding your sexuality through dating somebody who you aren't attracted to.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. No, that's me and Redding to a T, I would say.
I just
Yeah.
hear-
So what movies or TV shows are like that?
Ooh, like beard shows or movies.
Queer Eye for the Straight
That's
Guy.
what I was gonna say.
Oh, I was gonna say Easy A.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're like
That's a good
Emma
one.
Stone, and I'm
I'm
like
like
the
a gay
dirty
guy.
guy who.
Wow.
I'm like the gay guy who's like, oh man, you have to pretend to fuck me.
For money.
Yeah.
From gift cards. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do Easy A over Inglorious Bastards. You fuck.
Okay. We'll do Easy A as our movie.
Easy A, final answer.
Perfect.
Cause you okay, that's messed up.
All right, now what did you want to get to, bro?
Like, I don't know how we all met each other. Like, me and Bro, we've known each other a long time. I met him back when I was a kid
Yeah.
on the playground. He wedgied me, and then we became friends.
We became brothers after that, actually.
Nice.
And then I guess you and Alex.
Oh, me and Al.
I met him like 3 weeks ago, you know.
He was on the Blue Line platform, and he was like, "Hey, you got any fucking spare change?"
Yeah, I
was
need-
like, "No, man, I don't got anything. Sorry, can you leave me alone?"
That was not my exact quote. I said, hey, do you got any spare change? I'm trying to yerk it down at the picture show, but I don't have enough money to buy a ticket.
And I said, "Beat it, pal." And then he said, "What did you call me?" And he grabbed me by the coat and he hung me up over the rails and like he was gonna drop me, but then he laughed it off and patted me off.
That's a lie. lie. That's a lie. He said, beat it, bro. And then I did. I jerked off on the platform.
That's what I was gonna say. I was
Yes.
there, and that was
I wanted it to sound more like he was a psychopath, but he's just more of a sexual menace.
He wanted to yerk
So-
it from the get-go.
Yeah,
So.
I was stiff the whole time.
But yeah,
Anyways.
that's how we met.
Me and Redding, we're related. I've known her since birth.
No, tell them for real how you guys met.
Me and Redding, we've known each other from birth. We are related. She's my little sister. I'm her older brother.
God, you're such a fucking asshole. Tell the truth.
Okay, I've known bro.
This is a truthful, honest podcast.
Yeah.
We do not lie.
Want to talk about Elon Musk getting kids pregnant?
That was no. I didn't say he got kids pregnant. I said he wants to get men pregnant,
Yeah,
and that was true. I read that on the Guardian, asshole.
I read that in the New Yorker.
All right, I've known bro my entire life. I met him when I first had memory because he's my older brother.
Yeah.
Aw.
We share blood.
And actually, that's pretty much how long you've known Kevin for.
Yeah.
That's pretty true, actually.
Our
yeah.
families are friends. I've known him as long as I can remember. He was my first friend.
Yeah, our dads like to get drunk together and
Wrestle.
Wrestle.
The wrestle about with each other, oil each other up
Go
a little.
golfing.
Yeah.
Go
golfing.
golfing,
Yeah,
take
they-
off their shirts on the 9th hole, start to wrestle more.
Eat sandwiches on each other's bellies.
Yeah.
Go to Perry's
Get-
Pizza.
Get
And-
naked and put racks of ribs over their junk like Japanese girls with sushi.
I don't want to
Okay.
imagine that.
That sounds
I could
pretty
get-
delicious,
Yeah, I
actually.
could get behind
I
that.
can
Especially
get off
if you-
from that.
Especially if you got some wet ribs, you got a lot of barbecue sauce on there.
A wet rub. Nice.
Now, if you
Wow.
eat it without using your hands, you might run the risk of biting something off. Am I right, fellas? Yes.
Not gonna laugh at that. That's not funny.
But yeah, that's the honest to God truth about me and Alex. We have known each other for basically our entire lives.
And then came me.
Yeah, Redding
God,
came.
she ruined everything.
Redding came just a little bit after we all knew each other.
No, I came like, what, 18 years later?
No.
19.
See, you were my younger
Yeah.
sister, so you were born like a year after me, right?
We are the same age.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
I'm 21.
Yeah, well, we're in the same grade.
That doesn't mean we're the same age.
That
But,
doesn't
like-
mean you're the same age.
Okay, whatever. You know what I mean, though.
No, I don't, because you said that you were the same age and you're not. You're obviously 20. He's 21. He can
Yeah,
drink,
you
he
look
can't.
like you're 20.
Okay.
I look like I'm
Shut the
21. You look like a 12-year-old when you put your hair up. Sorry.
I can't put my hair up anymore because I cut all my hair off.
Why
I
did-
shouldn't have come here.
Okay, Kevin.
Anyways.
Redding, what was? You remember the first time you met bro?
No,
Me neither.
couldn't tell you.
I've just always been.
Okay, the
I don't
first
know.
time I met Redding, I was playing some video games on my laptop in my apartment. I think was I?
Yeah.
That sounds about
I don't
right.
remember.
Well,
meeting
okay.
Redding
Well,
'cause he-
I met Kevin first before I met you. Kevin and I were in a show together my freshman year of college, your sophomore year.
Yep.
It
met
was this
at
really
the-
awful one act called Frogs. It was a joke, but the cast was cool. And no, we met through that. Our first interaction was that we were at callbacks together.
That's hot.
We had to do like this stupid ass improv posing game. And Kevin was like posed on the ground, and I had to go pose with him.
What
And
pose did you make? Downward dog?
No, I like
Yeah,
put
she
my
put her
arm
butt
around.
into my genitals.
That's not downward dog.
Oh.
Anyways, what were the first words I said to you? I said,
You're a
"Don't mind me."
Oh, something like that, yeah. Don't mind me. And I was very sweaty. And then she touched me. And then I got sweatier. Ugh.
And then I don't know. Yeah, one time we came up because you guys were living together in the dorms, and I
Yep.
think it was like it wasn't the first time I had gone to your dorm, but it was like one of the first few times I was going to your dorm. Definitely the first time I went to your dorm and you were there though.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you were like playing video games. You were on your computer. You were just like you were just gaslighting me.
Like, per usual.
I
Per
mean,
usual, but you couldn't
okay.
crack me. You couldn't do it, and that's why
Listen.
I'm the
I was
superior
being
being.
so mean to Redding and gaslighting her because I thought she was someone else.
What is gaslighting?
That's what,
Explain to the audience.
bro? I gaslight all the time.
No, I know what it means, but explain to the audience.
Oh, God.
It's important.
It's basically where like I say something fake very convincingly. That's the bare bones of it.
I've never done that.
That's a fucking lie. Something that's like your reaction to gaslight. Like when you say "let the meat kick," I'm like, oh, is that Melissa McCarthy? You know, that old princess from Roman times.
Yeah.
So that's it's a bad gaslighting example.
yeah, that was horrible.
I don't know, bro. Fucking give me a situation where I can gaslight you.
Okay, so you walk into a bar and there's a priest and a nun and they're having sex at the bar. Go.
I say, hey, is for horses.
No.
Why are you at a bar?
Boo! Boo!
You know,
I'll give it a clap.
Boo! No claps. No claps.
Effort. It's all about he tried.
I would go in there and I'd say, hey, you guys got any extra wafers?
That doesn't make any fucking sense, you degenerate piece of shit.
Whatever. All right, let's
didn't-
get into the meat
Okay,
of this
fine.
podcast.
Yeah,
we've
this has been,
we've been introing for like 25
We've
minutes.
been beating around the bush here.
Yeah.
I've been
Let's
beating the
get-
bush. That's where my meat lies. It's
Alright,
a
I'll take a
joke.
drink to that.
Learn to laugh.
Well, I can, if it's okay, if the guest picks it up. from
Yeah,
here.
no, that's perfect. That's why
cool.
you're here.
Yeah, I thought that it might be fun since me and Alex have known each other, and you and I, Joe, have known each other for a while, and me and Redding have known each other for a while now. If we
Well,
did,
not as long as
Not
we,
very
us
long.
three have
but
known each other
Redding
in
has,
comparison.
I know Redding has some good stories in this category. I was just thinking, it would be fun if we did some like childhood memories, stuff from your
Absolutely.
childhood.
Yeah, I got a boatload of those.
Yeah. Specifically for me, if we want to start with sibling stuff, I have a sister and
Younger or older?
Younger, and I remember knocking her teeth out when they wouldn't fall out of her mouth. Like,
Punch her?
yeah, no, I actually like took her kind of like you're strangling somebody, but like you're strangling the teeth. So I was just pushing her teeth out with my hands.
Hi.
Yeah, because they
How
wouldn't
old
fall
were
out.
you two?
Oh man, we must have been like 11 and 9.
Oh my
so
God.
9, 11.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, thank you, my dude.
Yeah, that was a good reference.
But no, I just remember being very impatient because I wanted the Tooth Fairy to come for Dana because it never. Oh, that's her name. Whatever. Because it never.
fine.
She
it
doesn't
never
want
bleep it out
We'll
later.
bleep it out.
Um,
It's not like we said her last name.
That's true. But I just remember that it was like her first time and I wanted her to get her Tooth Fairy money. So it was like, in my mind, it was for a good cause, but I was just being really impatient and I shoved them out. And then she wound up swallowing them.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, which was even
How many
worse.
teeth did you push out?
I think 2, maybe
Oh
3.
my god! You can't do that.
Redding,
I
why are you
did
so-
once.
That's just because I was the baby sister of 3 older brothers, and they would do stuff like that to me.
4
Whether it
older
was
brothers.
good intention or not,
It's never good intentions.
it would
Being the older
still like
sibling,
I just feel for
Yeah.
I feel for your
I wouldn't
sister in
know.
that
I
moment.
would.
Well, you always feel for her whenever we go over to my
Yeah,
house.
because I had 3 older brothers. 4, Alex. Technically, it felt like 4, like because of our neighbor.
5, then.
5 then, Alex. Can I tell you a story I told Kevin and one of my friends in the car earlier about
No.
my brothers?
You can't.
I'm gonna tell you. So it was it was 2 of my brothers and then the neighborhood friend who would come over all the time and we would play Animal Crossing on GameCube.
Classic.
And one day, my middle brother was like, all right, everyone who plays Animal Crossing is a part of a town that is governed and ruled by me. So we would have to have weekly meetings in the living room,
Oh my god.
and he was the king, and his character's name was Jamo. So it
it's
was
almost like bro's name.
Yeah, kind of.
Jomo.
Jomo.
Yeah, King Jamo, and he was like, "All right, every week everyone is assigned duties that they have to do every time they play Animal Crossing that week, and then you owe taxes."
Oh my god.
So Ryland, my middle brother, he was rich because he would just take our money every week. So he would have like the biggest
Was it his
house.
game? Why did he get to be king?
Because he was the middle brother, and like the middle brother always is
was
like
the other brother your other
is my younger brother, yeah.
Okay. Well,
So-
not your younger brother, but the younger brother in
Of
comparison.
like yeah. So Ryland was leading it, then there was Patchen, my middle brother, and then Jack, our
Yeah,
neighborhood
yeah.
friend. So every week we'd have to pay Ryland like money
Bells.
How many bells?
Bells, it would change. It would differ depending on like what Ryland. If Ryland needed to like, he was trying to grow his house to the biggest it could be. So sometimes he would ask for a lot so he could grow it faster. Well, one week in particular, Ryland had me do like a slew of chores around the map, around the town. I think it was called Columbo. One of them, I had to like weed the entire map, and then I had to like plant some fucking trees to make it so we had more fruit. I don't know, so we could sell more fruit, get more money.
Question: did it get to the point where you didn't even want to play?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay,
So one
okay.
week I was getting really fed up, and Round was asking for this crazy amount of money on top of all these things I had to do while I was playing the game. Like, I couldn't enjoy the game, and I was like the most poor out of everyone because I had just started like playing, whereas they were playing for a while. And I was just trying to catch red snappers so I could go and sell them to Tom Nook's ass so I could fucking pay these taxes. Well, I was like yelling and crying at the TV as I'm like fishing my ass off. And Jack and Patchen were like, yo, let's film this. So he put it on his flip phone and filmed me like yelling at the TV, being like, I hate Ryland. I hate his stupid government. I just want to keep my bells and build my own fucking house. And then they showed it to Ryland, and Ryland says, town meeting in the living room right now. And long story short, they were just like, you know, the only way we can handle this situation, we have to delete your character. Oh my god. So they deleted my character. I didn't think they were gonna do it, and they fucking did it, and I was sobbing. My mom comes home from work, and I'm trying to explain to my mom what they did, and she's trying to understand, so she's like sitting in between me and Ryland and being like, so she owed you 1,500 bells or something? Like, not understanding what the fuck Animal Crossing is, but she was trying her best. Well, I lost my character. I had to start over. And anytime we relive this fond memory, Ryland still thinks it's hilarious, and I'm sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucks. He like ruined the whole experience. Like, it pretty much got rid of like what Animal Crossing is all about.
Oh yeah, I know. We did that too with Legos. We had like storylines every time we play. We would keep track of them. We would write down everything that happened that day when we play. It would be a new chapter.
It sounds like D&D.
Yeah, but Ryland ended up killing me in that too. He killed me off. He threw me off the dining room table, and I had to go start my own village, like over by the fireplace, which inevitably he hopped on his Lego dragon, and then he just blew everything on fire, and he ruined my second village, so I stopped playing with him. Yeah.
It sounds fun to be a younger
Ryland
sister.
Ryland was like the one who, like, he was the most creative and like started all the games, but like he also was the one who could just
do anything.
Fuck with you the most. My oldest brother, he was like being successful, and
because he played by the rules.
Yeah.
And did older bro some favors.
Yeah.
Sexual.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Patchen was a good kid too. They were all good, but like Cutter never really. Sometimes he was in on the shenanigans. Most of the time, it was Ryland being a little shit, deleting characters and whatnot. That's a fun one to tell, though.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of some of mine and Alex's stories since we have known each other for so long, but there's a lot to go through in thinking about that. And the one that always surfaces for me, because it is at my expense, so it would be, I think, fun to tell. But the time I shit myself going to Chris's house.
I'm glad this is on the table. Okay, I wanted to talk about that tonight.
Cool.
All right, let's set the scene. It was freshman year of high school. The summer, I think it was freshman year of high school, probably.
I'm a grade older than Alex, so it was sophomore year for me, probably.
Or maybe it was 8th grade going into freshman year for me.
Let's say that because it looks a little better than me because I'm a little bit younger. So let's go with that.
Okay, 8th grade going to freshman year. We were, I think, was that when we jammed and made songs at... We were coming back from S's house. We're coming back from S's house.
Yeah, we had, yes. I think that was one of the times that we had jammed. Yeah, because I brought I had just gotten a new bass, and we were playing that. And then we were walking me, and Chris.
But I don't think we had our instruments with us, or you didn't have your instrument.
No,
with
I
you.
didn't.
So that was maybe not. Maybe you were playing on S's dad's bass. Also, S. I call him S because his name is also Alex. Like another
lot of
one.
Alex
I
friends.
know a lot of Alexes.
So where are we at in this story?
We're walking down the sidewalk, and me and Chris were talking. Kevin got a little silent, and I didn't notice because he had stopped walking at some point, but we continued, you know?
But I feel like you're missing one important thing. I was blowing fucking farts the whole walk.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
well,
I had been...
You always do.
Well, yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a pretty gassy fella. And I do play with fire sometimes. Like, you know, sometimes you feel the gas coming. And, you know, you don't know if it's going to be wet or not. So sometimes you just got to take a shot in the dark and see what happens.
That's
you know,
not
roll the dice a
normal.
little bit. Yeah,
That's
you roll the
not
dice. Well, anyways, this is one time that I rolled the dice. And it didn't work out in my favor. As it turns out, I rolled a snake eyes.
Yeah.
So... but basically, I had been tootin', and finally I let one rip, and of course it's a little wetter than the rest, and suddenly I fall silent.
He falls silent. I turn over to Chris and see Kevin isn't walking in between us anymore, and I smell something in the air.
Bullshit, you did
It
not
smells
smell
like
it.
shit.
No, it smelled.
It did.
It really did.
And then
It
we
was
turn around
explosive. It
and
was
Kevin
gross.
is standing like he had just been shot. Like he was petrified. And he's like,
I hadn't felt poop in my pants in like... Oh man, I don't know
week.
how many years. Yeah, probably a week. Yeah, no, it was just, you know, it's not like a very pleasant thing feeling poop in your pants. That was probably what my reaction was too.
Yeah. And yeah, we turned around and Kevin's like, I pooped my pants. Of course, me and Chris were grossed out, and we're like, okay, we better go to Chris's house right quick so he can throw out these drawers. Mm-hmm. And we did, and he put them in the trash can.
Well, hold on. We got into Chris's house, and his fucking mom was there.
Oh, I think she was just leaving.
She was, but she was like talking to us for a little bit, and
you
I was
still
like,
had poop in your
okay,
pants.
and I kind of slid out as you guys were like talking.
Did
He
you
went to the
reek?
bathroom. He went into
Did
the
you
bathroom.
reek like of poop?
I mean, I was holding my...
shit your
When I
pants,
smell
you're gonna
something that
smell
smells like
fucking
shit, I just hold my nose. I
Yeah.
turn into a mouth breather.
It probably smelled really bad. I don't remember now. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
but-
Kevin,
Was it like a lot or just like?
Yeah,
a little
I
bit?
never
it was
found
a
out
pretty.
the
It was
amount.
a pretty good amount.
Was
Like,
it
wasn't-
solid? Was it
important.
liquid?
It was kind of liquidy. Yeah, so I think it had kind of shot out with the fart, so it had turned into kind of a
That's
shark.
usually how that happens. I
Yeah.
feel like nobody's like dropping a log. And
Right, exactly.
you have to
Yeah.
like try to
It's-
drop
yeah.
a log.
I think I finished like diarrheaing in the toilet, and then like I just threw the doors out in the trash.
In the
and I
kitchen
went
trash
commando.
can, yep.
Because we went to
We went
to
out to
Moretti's.
dinner afterwards. Yep.
Yeah, that
And
was
we were
fucking
singing
funny.
All Star. I remember that at the dinner table. And then best part is there's another story within there. We were at dinner at Moretti's. Kevin got the make your own pizza. They brought out all the fixins. All he did was put sauce. No, that was way before. Never mind. That's another story.
I remember
Oh,
that.
man.
I
Kevin
feel,
only
yeah.
put sauce on there because he used to think he was lactose intolerant. He didn't eat any cheese.
That's true. I used to think because my mom. So this was when I was really little. This was like.
Yes.
Yeah. Just for clarification, I love pizza. I really do. Like, it's my favorite food. But when I was little, I just refused. I was very, very picky, and I refused to eat pizza with the cheese on. I wouldn't do it. I would literally pick the cheese off and then eat the pizza. So it was just
you're one of
sauce
those
and bread.
Weirdos.
Yeah, it was weird, dude. It was
I
a
hate
weird
kids
thing.
like you.
But at Moretti's, yeah, dude, you would have hated. That's why I'm glad that we met each other when we did, because you would have hated me at like any other time of my existence.
I think I would have liked bass playing Kevin.
Yeah, probably.
It was kinda cringy, though.
Indie Kevin was cringy, but he was good with the babes.
That's what.
He knew a lot of babes.
That's what mattered. Did you know a lot of babes during
I
the bass?
I
bass
won't
days?
lie, but I definitely introduced Alex to a lot of his female friends.
I have like 3.
And how many of them did I introduce you to?
All of them.
2. Me and Redding are sister and brother.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'll take 60% as mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no shame in that, bro. I've never even so much as spoken to a girl before.
That explains why you're dating Al, right?
Cute.
I just like to think. I like to ship people together sometimes, and for me,
I do too.
Bro and Al, it's an easy ship. They're
It's
always playing
cute.
footsies. Whenever I leave the room and we're all hanging out, I come back and there's rigorous movement under the blanket that they're sharing. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, I don't know. And they whip out their hand, and this watery glue comes out of nowhere and
Watery
gets all over the walls and
In
floor.
your face.
In my face, I'm like, what's that? And they're like, we're working on some macaroni art under the covers. Yeah, and I remember. So back to the pizza thing.
Yeah.
they brought back the pizza with cheese on it. And you're like, what the hell? This is not how I made it. Because
Yeah.
you just put
Sauce.
just sauce on there. And they're like, oh, the chef thought you made a mistake and you didn't put any pizza on. Like,
Or any cheese. On
yeah, or you didn't put any
He
cheese
thought
on.
you were just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he thought you were just.
Yeah, he just thought that I forgot to put the cheese on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, that's funny. I do remember that. Yeah, I probably got pretty upset.
Yeah,
Anyways.
knowing you, anytime like we order food and it's like there's something missing or not right about your
It
order, you
ruins my
really
day.
do like, and you're one of those people that's like, you
Take
have to-
it back.
You have to be nice to like waiters and like wait staff. Like you're one of those people, but in those moments you're still just like, no, this is not what I ordered. No, and they'll take it back, and you'll just be like grumpy until they bring it back, like bring it out.
Because the
correctly.
man's hungry.
He'll go silent.
He's
I am- I
hungry
do
and
get
you're
hungry.
eating.
He
And
gets
right
so-
in his face, Redding.
Or if things are going completely fine, we're just waiting for the food. You'll just be so hangry that like you can't even talk.
Well, Redding, you ever think about putting your coat over your meal while he waits for his food to get there?
I
Asshole?
do.
I'll say this.
Coat?
I don't know, a
do.
napkin, just something over it to
Really?
block
Is
it from
that
his view.
something people do?
No.
Redding should.
Fuck that.
She
I'd
should be
eat.
considerate.
I
don't
block
wait-
myself. I put my coat on over my head because I'm just like I feel.
Put it over the food, then
humiliated.
I'll be less
I don't
angry.
wait for no one. I just go right in.
Well, Redding's an asshole, so.
It's true.
I'll say this. I probably wouldn't be as hangry whenever I am hangry if you would move your butt a little faster getting out of the house. Ooh.
Woman!
Wait, okay, I'm
She's
sorry.
a woman.
Wait. It doesn't have to be a boom. This is
Yeah, why does it have to be a
communication.
boom?
Come on.
Don't do
Come
the
on, don't-
airing out our dirty laundry on
Yeah,
the
well,
podcast.
no, we can air out the dirty laundry. That this podcast is like, think of it like a therapy session.
Yeah.
It's meant
Yikes.
to.
And how does hearing that make you feel, Redding?
I heard hearing him just blow our dirty laundry on the podcast.
No, that you take a while to get out of the house.
I
How does
already
that make
know
you feel?
that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Then why have you not done anything to change that?
No, it's gonna
'Cause it's-
change because of this podcast.
Well,
Yeah.
we have to go deeper into it. It's not just going to change because it's mentioned, bro. Like you said, got to think like therapists. So
I need to go to the ranch. That's what Dr. Phil does. He takes all the messed up kids. He takes them to this place called the ranch.
It's just-
They play
just
with
like a kiddie
horses,
pool
and they
full
feel
of
better.
ranch
That's where I need to
dressing.
go.
we'll just get you a
No.
kiddie pool full of ranch.
I
dressing.
think that the problem is that you get too comfy in the morning when you wake up in bed and you'll like hang out in bed for a while and then you'll decide to get up and then I'll be like, hey, let's go get food or
Whoa,
something.
that's like such a random thing that I've never heard anyone do before. Get comfy in bed.
Yeah, no, but I think that sometimes you do that and you aren't like thinking about what time
I
it
agree
is.
with you, dude.
Yeah.
I already agree with you.
So what are you gonna do
Alright.
to change it?
Suggest a change.
Yeah.
Well,
Kevin.
my
Come on,
change.
connect the dots.
I suggest that you if you sometimes you set an alarm and you'll click it and then you won't get up. Like
You do that all the time
what?
too,
Yeah, I
dude.
do
So
that.
you actually can't even.
But I'm saying for if we want to go get some food in the morning, you should get up like a little bit earlier than you think that you need to.
Okay, but then you need to tell
So
me the
that
night
Redding,
before.
hold on, Redding.
where we're
Hold on, Redding.
going.
Hold on, Redding. You shouldn't interject so aggressively.
I can because he always says.
Why are
that.
you
No.
saying that,
I'm
asshole?
trying,
Because
I'm
she's
trying
a
to
woman?
set
Yeah.
no.
What?
I'm trying
Why
to
are you
set
saying
a
that?
level playing
God
field.
damn, you're
Kevin
an
waits
asshole.
until Redding's done talking and
doesn't.
gives her a moment. Yes, I at least during therapy he does.
But
That's what kind of episode
Okay,
this
fair.
is.
Can I just say that we like never decide on brunch until after we are awoke in the morning. So like setting an alarm doesn't help if I don't know that we're going to brunch or like
okay,
breakfast.
or
Here, I got an idea. Let me moderate this. Kevin, maybe if you think you want to go get brunch the next morning, maybe
Every
you
morning.
should set an earlier alarm.
Okay.
And Redding, maybe you should be more willing to share the food that you get before Kevin's food gets there.
Just give him a bite.
Just give him a couple bites.
All
Give me the
right.
loot.
We're breaking up.
Another successful story here on the podcast. Just doing my job.
All right. Well, let's hear this brotherly. Dirty
Bro, I want to
laundry
know
now.
why every single morning I wake up in the morning, I'm surrounded by watery glue in my bed. Can you explain this to me? Because I don't remember bringing Elmer's glue into my bedroom at night.
Okay, look, you're at the age where your body is going through some changes, and I think this watery glue that you're waking up to is.
Can you speak up? You're not being picked up.
Sorry, it's just a very touchy subject. because
You're
we're
still not
talking
being
about-
picked up.
We're talking about our changing bodies. And, bro, you were going through this thing that's called puberty. And when you get older, your nose starts to produce a lot more mucus. And sometimes it can be a little bit white and slimy, consistency similar to watery glue, per se. And I know you, and you're kind of gross, and you just wipe your nose on your blanket. And so you wake up.
Well,
in the
Dad
morning.
said I can't wipe it on the walls anymore.
Yeah. Nice reference to
Oh, I-
early episode.
Early
I heard
episode
that
or a
before.
lost
He had a-
episode. I don't
he had a
remember
booger
what it
farm.
was.
I
I've heard
definitely.
about that.
Oh, the farm.
Well,
That's the
I can
episode.
say I don't mean to throw you under the bus, but have you actually listened to any of the earlier episodes?
No, I haven't.
She never claimed to be a fan.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all right. You know,
A lot of all of our guests have never listened to an episode.
I
You're the first.
Kevin has, Al has.
I thought that Garrett
Al
did
has.
too. Didn't
There
he?
was.
He's not on the show yet.
Oh,
Donald,
wait.
Jimmy, and Eric have not listened to any of our episodes.
Oh no.
No,
Wait, it must have-
Donald.
No, I thought that.
Donald
Oh,
and
okay.
Jimmy.
Donald.
Yeah, Jimmy said
Jimmy
that
not
he did,
prior
yeah.
to.
Both Jimmy and Donald listened to ours religiously before they were on the show. Kind of a requirement.
Redding, care to explain?
I'm a bad friend. I'm bad
No.
sis.
Yeah, you are. You're being disowned. Get out of my fucking house.
All right, let's take it down.
It's
a notch.
cold.
It is cold down here.
Yeah, put on
Cold.
your
I'm
coat.
No, it's cold outside. You can't throw me outside.
cold
Baby,
shoulder.
it's cold outside.
Oh,
Great song.
written
Yeah.
by Bill Cosby.
That's true.
So what's your dirty laundry with me, bro?
Look, you keep trying to hijack this podcast for your own fucking weird little quirks, and I'm not having any of that. You need to let certain conversations trail off and die, and be ready to have the progression lead somewhere else.
You know what a tangent is, bro? Because we have a lot of those on here.
I know, but you gotta know when to cut the tangent and move to a different tangent.
Okay,
that.
duly noted. I'll work on it. I'll study. I'll do a test.
See, and this is what the rest of the laundry is.
I see.
I feel like I'm not even getting through to him.
It's 'cause you're an
He says
asshole.
these things. No, I'm not an asshole.
My problem with bro is because he always plays the good guy. Even though he antagonizes me, he pokes me, he prods me, he wants
not-
me to be angry.
I
It's
see.
not
And then
true.
he acts like, oh, this is not true. And then he said, whenever I call him out and he does something rude, he claps like so and says, cut it, cut that. And I have to because I'm paid to be the editor. I have to do what he says.
Okay.
Wow.
Let me just take.
I
all
don't.
of that really
I just
quick.
want to go on the record. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
I don't know.
So whether or not Joe is gaslighting us right now, and he really does know, if Joe really is playing the good guy and he's really not, and it does bother you, I think you kind of have to. This
Your
is an
uncle.
old family story of mine that has been sent down through the generation that it's been told in. So my dad owns a small business in Chicago, and his cousin David Henry works there. That's what we call him. You can leave that name in, whatever. And
He doesn't care.
yeah, nobody calls him that but us. It's a family thing. Anyways, he hates peanut butter. He's always hated peanut butter. So people at work would play pranks on him by leaving peanut butter in his desk and filling it with Reese's pieces and stuff, and always asking him about it and watching him get triggered and laughing at it. So what my dad finally told him to do eventually was, hey David, why don't, instead of getting angry whenever somebody asks you about peanut butter because they know that that's what you're going to do, why don't you just don't do that? Just
Oh my
just
god, that's
don't...
perfect for my brother, because
Yeah.
he always gets angry.
Exactly. Like,
And I have a story
just
for you, my
don't
friend.
get angry.
It's a this story relates perfectly to yours. It's another family story for me. It happened about 1940s. There was this big mean guy trying to take over the world, and my family didn't let him. He kept pushing on us. He kept trying to push us back. And you know what? If we would have sat down to just lie down and taken it, be speaking kraut right now. But no, we stood up, and we're
Kraut.
speaking goddamn American at this moment because of my family.
Oh, because our family stopped Hitler. That's what
Not
you're saying.
your family, asshole. My family.
Okay.
What? So how do they stop Hitler?
Because they fought back.
I'm not humoring this.
You're saying I should lay down for this asshole? I'm fighting back until I decimate him.
So wait, you're comparing your brother to Hitler? Let me just.
It's
get
pretty
this
accurate.
right.
Everyone that knows bro would say, yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Didn't see that answer coming.
It's all right. Whatever.
We can do another one.
Hey guys, what's your favorite kind of flower?
The baking kind.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Powdery.
I'm a big
Tastes
fan
good.
of tulips, personally.
I like roses.
I like
Woman.
Daisy because Daisy from Mario is someone I have a repeating wet dream about.
I get it.
Redding, you care to explain about this Daisy dream?
No, it really has put our relationship in shambles.
It is because Daisy is obviously a brunette, and obviously Redding is not that.
Well,
so.
she could stop bleaching her hair.
I'm not. It's blonde naturally, Alex.
Then why
You're
do
my
your
bro.
roots
You
look
know that.
different, huh?
Yeah,
It's a
good
darker
point, Alex.
blonde.
We all know hair's
Got her.
consistent across the
Fucking
head.
got her.
That's why you always wear a cap. You should wear a skull cap, Redding.
That would fit with your aesthetic because you're very edgy and you're my manic.
You'd look like the
Halloween girl,
Edge
so-
from
Am I that? I'm not.
the
I'm not
Edge
edgy.
from U2.
No, you know what? Not just a skull cap. It should be a Jack Skellington cap.
I've never seen.
Yeah,
that
because a
movie.
skull cap would be more like athleisure, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
People would like it.
yeah, like you're about to go play a game of football. Or
And I
something.
look like a football player, so
You do have the
Does
shoulders
she?
for
I
it.
don't- She says that all the time, but I don't think so.
I don't know if you guys ever played football
But
together.
no, she says she
I
looks like a football player. Do you think she looks like a football player?
I'm sure with the pads on and the helmet.
Well, then anyone would look like a
No.
football player.
No, I
have
got
you
the
ever-
shoulders.
Have you ever seen me? I wouldn't even.
You
I
see
have
me
look
throw a
like football
football?
No.
I can throw a football. Pee is stored in the balls.
Yes, it is.
player. You said that to me in
Yeah.
a dream the other day.
Redding did?
No,
No,
you
you
did.
did.
Oh.
I told you that when I woke up from it.
Yeah, we were all together. It's weird.
I think I was pretty groggy. That
That's
was literally a couple
It was
days
before
ago.
Kevin ripped ass in the morning.
That was fun.
See, you thought
That
it
was my
fun?
favorite part.
Yeah.
Did it smell?
Whenever anyone rips ass around me, I cover my nose.
Good.
Especially when bro does it, because he's like, oh, that's right.
I don't even say it's right. I act like it hurts. I go, ah.
That's what you should do, Kevin.
Yeah, mine sound like they could sometimes. They
Yours
also sound
don't
like
even-
ducks a lot.
Yours sound like there's an animal inside of you
Kevin, have you ever thought about putting a gerbil up your ass?
Oh, it's definitely been
up there. I got a story.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
You guys were talking about how like you wouldn't ever drop like a log in your pants.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
Oh, this is a good one. I've heard it.
I was the ripe age of 9,
Ripe.
and I didn't have friends.
Right.
So what I would do is that I would go around my block on like my bike or a scooter and just like talk to myself for like an hour and just did that, ride in a circle. So I was on my Razor scooter one day and I was having so much fun talking to myself on the Razor scooter, going around and around, so much so that I like could not stop to just go for a bathroom break. I was just having so much fun. And then as I'm like scooting around on my Razor scooter and I'm coming up on my house and like the sun is setting, I'm like, oh god, I really need to go to the bathroom. Like I haven't gone to the bathroom in a while. I just keep going around in circles. I'm like, no, maybe I can make it around the block one more time and then I'll go inside.
Yeah.
I didn't even make it halfway around. I dropped the biggest load in my in my Nike skort.
Oh God.
And I like immediately, I don't even know if I was I was like pedaling home so quickly, but like not extending my leg a lot. I needed to keep everything in there.
Did you start crying?
I'm getting there. So I get inside. I'm like have like a hand on my ass, and I'm just like waddling into the bathroom really quick. My parents are in the kitchen. My brothers are all out in the living room watching TV, and I'm in the bathroom. And I pull my pants down and I just see the horror. It's like, it's a log. It wasn't like, I really, like, I just didn't use the bathroom. I just was like, I'm having fun. I don't want to go. And it just slipped out. It had to have needed to come out for like 30 minutes at that point because it happened fast. So I started.
Your muscles couldn't hold
dude,
it
I
anymore.
started sobbing because first of all I loved my skort. It was blue. It was fun, athletic.
Yeah, now it's
And
just covered in shit.
It was just covered in the shit, and I'm trying to like scrape it out, like with a tissue, like trying to push it, roll the poop out into the toilet, and it didn't work. So I ended up just having to cry for my mom. Be like, Mom. And she comes, she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I said, but
Probably
like, I
we're
pooped my
crying.
skort. But she saw, and then my dad came over, and I was like, oh, even worse. And they just took him away from me, and they're like, okay, Raiden, just go to your room, like, get changed, it's okay. I didn't have, like, underwear or anything on, I just had a shirt, and so I had to go through the living room to get to my room, and all my brothers, plus our neighborhood friend, were all in there watching TV, and I'm sobbing. My face is so red, and I have this really short shirt on and nothing else on. So I, like, pulled it down as far as I could and just waddled to my room crying slowly. Yeah, that's what happened.
Did they ever mention that to you?
No, we never talked about it. I don't know. And all I remember is that my dad took my skort and he put it in the stationary tub in our laundry room and he tried washing it. I was like, why did you even try?
Because you love that skort.
I did, but my dad didn't need to, like, try and wash
He
my
was
poop
being
out.
a good dad. Well, you don't need to yell at him for that.
I never yelled at him.
That's good you had your parents to help you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember once I was in elementary school. I was in 2nd grade, and I had to shit, like, so fucking bad. And I was in class, so I had to ask the teacher if I could go to the bathroom. And by then, it was, like, too late. Because it was, like, the fucking bathroom pass system. Because they never wanted two kids to go at the
thought
same
they'd jerk
time.
each other off or something.
Well, it's bullshit for kids that actually have to take shits like me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to wait for someone to get back, and I finally get the pass, and I'm going, and I'm like, it's coming. And so I have to run down. I start running down the hall. By the time I finally make it to the toilet, too late. Just splashed right out of me.
Oh, jeez.
And so I get in there, because, like, I'm in 2nd grade. I'm 8 years old. I'm like, fuck, this is so embarrassing. And I didn't want to, like, ask for help or anything. I'm like, maybe I can just, like, clean this up myself. So I go into a stall and, try to clean myself up. And luckily, it was mostly just in my undies. So I took those off. And I remember I'm in the stall, like, taking my undies off. And so I'm just wearing, like, pants, and that's it. And I remember another kid came into the toilet, and I was like, fuck, I can't, like, go out into the bathroom and throw him in the garbage can right now, because he's going to see me throwing out my shitty drawers, and then he's going to tell the whole school. So I was like, fuck, what do I do? And so I, like, waited for a while, and he was taking his goddamn time. So I'm, like, sitting there, and then finally he leaves, and so I go. And I remember right as I'm, like, throwing him away, another kid, like, walks in. But I, like, did it really fast, and I don't think he saw, but whatever. Who cares? And so I went back to class after that, and I thought I'd cleaned everything. I thought it was all in my undies.
Oh, no.
Got a little bit of splash damage in my pants, too. And it smelled. And I remember sitting in class, and I could, like, smell shit. And I was like, fuck. I didn't get it all. And I remember we were doing just, like, whatever, homework or whatever, worksheets and shit. And there was this girl sitting next to me, and she like turns to me and she's like, "It smells like poop." And I'm just like, fuck. But there was like a kid right in front of us who was like the unpopular kid in the class.
Bro.
And I was like, I was just like, I think it's him. And I was like, I think it's him. And I pointed at the kid, and she's like, yeah, probably.
Oh my god.
And that was that. And then I went home that day, and my pants got washed, and that was that.
Yeah.
And my parents, I don't think, ever knew I shat my pants that day.
That happened to me, but I would like pee my pants so much.
Yeah, I
in
used
school.
to piss my
I
pants
had
all
like,
the
dude,
time,
I
too.
like, oh my god, I had
what is wrong with all of you?
Yeah, I had that problem too.
I
I
never
would
had
reek
an
of
accident.
piss. I would like sit
my
there and be like,
God.
I thought I cleaned it, but I still like smell it.
Well,
pee.
fuck those teachers for never letting
Yeah,
me go
that is
when I
bullshit.
No,
needed
that's
to
for
go.
real.
That is
Like that
bullshit.
definitely
That's
is,
true.
that definitely
That's
played a part
why
of it.
that
Yeah.
happened to me so much. Like I remember in gym class, they made us sit there and they're like, oh, we're explaining a new game or whatever
Yeah.
we're playing, and I'm like, I gotta take a piss so bad. I'd raise my hand and be like, can I please go to the bathroom? And they're like, no.
Should have gone
like,
at lunchtime. It's like,
yeah.
I didn't have to pee 2 hours ago.
exactly. And then
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, and sure enough, piss my pants, and there's like a puddle of piss right there. First grade, what are you gonna do? And everybody makes fun of you, and it's like, well, you know what? Maybe you should let me go to the fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
I feel
got
that.
you. I feel
Bathroom rights.
Bathroom rights.
Bathroom
It's
rights.
starting here.
As someone who probably has IBS to this day, I think bathroom rights. Everyone deserves the right to go.
Oh,
to the
yeah.
No,
bathroom.
absolutely. Yeah. No, I would agree. As somebody who is very gassy.
And there should also be time limits on stalls.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
lock shouldn't
Yeah.
work after 10 minutes. And I should be able to kick down that door and be like, all right, it's my turn, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to shit my pants. You know, I almost shat my pants last summer. So at my job, which is plant related, we're outside a lot. And sometimes I'm working in the water, and so I have to wear waders, like chest waders, which are like these big giant overalls that let you walk in the water. So
They're fun
your
to use.
clothes
Well, that's what my
don't get
dad
wet.
uses for his job.
So we wear those a lot, and so we would be in a boat sometimes, like going around collecting invasive plants and stuff, and just removing them. And so I remember one morning we were doing that, and I'm like, it's that time of the day, like I gotta shit.
Daily shit time.
And so there's an island that has a bathroom on it. And so I'm like, drop me off at the island. I gotta take a shit. And so he's like, all right. So he drops me off there. And there's people that work on this island too. So they use the bathroom as well.
Is it only for employees on that island?
No, the
Oh,
public
okay,
has
public goes there
access
too,
to
okay.
I
it.
think I've actually used that bathroom
You
before.
you probably have. I like that bathroom. It's one of my favorites there. And I get there, and it's like I waited a while, so like I kind of have to go pretty bad. And so I get in there, and there's only one stall. And I fucking hate that about bathrooms too, because if somebody's in there, you're out of luck. So I get in there, and sure enough, somebody's in there. And this is early too. It's probably like 7:30 in the morning. Like there's no visitors or anyone there. Like it's another employee, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I see the feet under the stall, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait outside, and I'm sure they'll be done because they're on the clock, and they should be fucking going
In and out.
fast,
In
in
and
and
out.
out. The 3 S's: sit, shit, split.
No wipe. No
5
wipe.
minutes.
No wipe, no washing your hands.
So, long story short, I ended up waiting like 10 minutes, and I almost shat my pants because of this motherfucker, and it was very unpleasant.
Did you know the person?
Not personally,
Okay.
but I'd seen
Seen
them
them
around.
Yeah.
And you hate them now.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Give 'em the eye.
Hate's a strong word.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was curious.
So,
Yeah, I think you should have like a 10-minute limit when you're in a stall.
I would agree. I would
I
agree.
think most would.
Like, unless you're really sick, you don't need to be.
Well, then
there
why are you in
that
a public
long.
bathroom?
Well,
Well,
sometimes you can't
bro,
control how sick you are.
Yeah,
in
I was gonna
public.
say I've been pretty sick in public.
Yeah.
before.
That's I already told that story where I had that shrimp scampi. in Washington D.C. I
Oh,
was
you
sick,
did,
never
yeah.
mind, yeah.
Remember, I got sick of the Logan Theater.
Oh my god, actually, you should tell that. I'm gonna
This
grab
is
another
another
beer, but you should.
all
tell
these
that.
stories are just about to pin me like I'm this disgusting beast that
Renning
like, doesn't
doesn't
know how
look
to shit or
disgusting
pee
at all.
or at all. No, I
Yeah.
promise you I know how to do all these bodily functions. But this is another story about
Ambushes
me
her.
getting so sick. Like just so Kevin and I went on this nice little dinner date and we just bought so much food and it was all so good, and then afterwards we were gonna go see a movie at the Logan Theater in Chicago, my city. so
Not Milwaukee, your other city.
my other city, Milwaukee. So we're eating and like eating. We got appetizers and we got our meal, and then they give us the dessert menu. Normally we're like, no, but we got a cookie skillet.
What
Ate-
the fuck?
That
Ate the
sounds
shit
good.
out of that. It was so good. All this food was so good. And then we had to go and walk a few blocks to go to Logan Theater. And then as we're walking, I'm just like, God, I'm like getting crampy.
Oh no.
I can like hardly walk. At one point we sat down just to take a break, and this sweet dog that came by and we pet it. It was awesome.
You shat on the dog.
Yeah. No, so we took a break, sat on the curb or something, and
It's
then
on the bench.
on a bench, and they're like, all right, let's keep walking. We get to Logan Theater, and I'm just like, I'm gonna pass out. I don't know. I calmly go to you. I say, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be out shortly. I go to the bathroom. I sit down and I'm like, I just start sweating bullets, and I'm like black,
Shit
and I am
sweats.
white. I'm like blacking out, and I like just shit like crazy, but I'm like, okay, whatever, and then I have to throw up.
God.
Were you on the toilet?
I
when
was
you were
on the
shitting?
toilet.
Okay.
And
just
mind
clarifying.
you, the best part at the beginning of before we even went on the dinner date, I asked Kevin, should I wear this or this? And one of the thises was a unitard, which is like just a one piece thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Kevin was like, I'll wear that. I was like, okay, I'll wear it. So I had to literally strip down butt ass naked in this woman's stall just to violently shit my brains out, and then I'm like, oh my god, that's not it. I have to vomit like
Ugh.
so bad. So I had to keep going from shitting to turning over and throwing up.
That's horrible.
And I'm sitting there and I have to plan out that I'm like, okay, I actually might black out here. I have to position my body so that when I fall forward, somebody will see me under the stall.
And you won't die like Elvis
And I won't
did.
die. No. So that's the first thing I thought of, and I was like, but as I was like positioning myself, I'm like, dear God, like if somebody
You're so
finds
nude.
me, I'm gonna be like just naked and just
I think you like
filthy.
fucking OD.
Anyways, like 15 minutes passes, I come out, I'm great, and we go and we watch.
Do you have a breath
I
mint?
believe it was Baby Driver.
We watched Baby Driver, and I felt great, but that's the last story I'm gonna tell that's about me and my bodily functions and not being able to control.
No, that was a funny one too, because I remember sitting out there, and I think I actually texted you like 10 minutes in. I was like, "You good?" or something.
And I was like, I'm like throwing up and shitting.
Yeah, and I was like,
everywhere.
"Oh no!" And I was waiting for you to get out, and you came out, and you looked fine. I was like,
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
gotta get it out of your system.
"Yeah," and you were like, "I'm fine. Let's go to the movie."
I was like disgusted with myself though.
That reminds me of something that had not too similar, but kind of similar that happened to me in the Dells with Kevin and Bro.
Oh boy. Okay, we're doing a Dell story.
Yeah,
Nice.
we used to go up there every New Year's.
Yeah,
And
I
there
would
were
go
a
up
lot
there
of
every
fun.
summer.
Cool. Well, you live there, so
Yeah.
fuck you. So
Okay.
so we had lunch at this nice bar, and then we decided there's this place we used to go to called Wizard Quest.
Wizard
Quest!
It
It's
was
the
the
best.
best thing in the Dells.
Yeah.
But there was a shop. There's a little place right next to it called Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yes.
And we
That
decided
place
to
is
go
good, too.
there.
Both of those
Yeah,
places
okay, I
are
know
the
where this is
tits.
going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't you like shit your pants in
I
there?
threw up on the floor because I couldn't make it to the toilet.
Yeah.
And that's the story.
I thought you got gross.
Because you,
I thought the reason you threw up in there was because you saw a shrunken head.
I did. It was gross. I mean, the African titties did make me throw up. Believe it or not, that was one of the
Yeah,
few times I didn't
believe
throw
it
up
or
when I
not.
saw a titty. I
Yeah.
didn't throw up. And yeah,
That is true.
I stumbled in. I saw some shrunken heads. I'm like, I just ate. I'm not feeling too good.
I
now."
remember that.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom because it was just me, bro, and Kevin.
Yeah.
Our dads didn't come.
Oh yeah, they were just like, we'll wait for you.
Yeah, we'll wait at the
outside.
bar, and then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
you came. I threw up on there, and then
I remember I didn't wait for you. I just went through.
I'm like, call
I was
Dad.
like, yeah, I think I called him for you.
Yeah,
and
and
then,
you're
but
like,
I was
"I'm
like,
going on
nah,
with the rest
I'm
of
going
it."
through. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wanted to see all the
yeah,
freaks.
yeah, and I left because I threw up.
I always remember on those trips, you and me would have flab competitions.
I remember that
Yeah.
because I would watch that
And we
Wait,
got off
what are
to it.
these?
We would just compare body fat.
because they were both really
chubby.
chunky,
Yes,
Yeah.
I was hugely
Aw.
chunky as
and
a
they would
child.
just
Yeah.
grab their flab like.
Yeah, and just like our tits
How old
and
were you?
stuff, and see.
Maybe like 9.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually a little skinnier than you, for
Yes,
sure.
of
I was,
course.
and I think the reason why you wanted to have the competitions was because you would always know you would win.
I needed to win at something.
It's okay, I get that. I was like that too
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
I don't mean to change the gears so suddenly, but this is still
It's okay.
on
well,
topic.
if it's reminding
What-
you of
yeah,
something, go
whatever.
ahead.
But just not puke and shit
Thirsty Redding?
anymore.
It's alright. It doesn't have to.
Oh,
be.
okay.
But
Thank
but
you.
still pertaining to bathroom
Dr. Pepper.
rights, I do remember, like I said, I'm a good podcast listener. I've listened to a few of these episodes before, and I do know that there has been talk about nervous peeing on this podcast before.
Yes.
I think, Alex, you and I are bonded as nervous peeing brothers because I am also a nervous peer.
I have a hard
with
time
you.
peeing in public.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
get
It
Unless
really
I'm familiar
is.
with
Especially
where
when
I'm
you're
at,
at like
yeah.
the ballpark or something and everybody's
The
at the
trough.
trough. Oh, the fucking
I can't
trough
even
is the
imagine
worst.
that.
Oh,
What is
the
that
trough,
like?
The trough
It's
is
quite
ba-
enjoyable.
imagine like
bro or
imagine
me.
imagine like a bunch of cows going to eat at a trough and just all their
That's where you
udders being
piss.
out. Now imagine that's just dicks.
How do you guys like not look like it's?
We do.
It's guy.
Oh
code,
yeah, no,
right?
you'll
To
you'll
not look
glance
at
a
the-
penis.
It's
You'll
guy
glance
code
a
to
dick.
look to
Really? I
to look
never- I
over,
never
smirk,
look.
and say, "Nice."
I don't look,
Make a
but
guy
I'll
feel
glance
better.
a dick every once in a while.
Do you glance
know?
your friends' dicks? Be honest.
I
I've
have-
never saw a dick at a public bathroom before.
I haven't in public. I've definitely seen Alex's penis before. I can't admit to that.
Well, I would only wear my undies during sleepovers.
That's true. And your little turtle head would peep out and say hi to me.
I was excited. We were watching pornography. No, we weren't.
Wow.
We weren't.
Sure.
You know, I got a funny story about the trops. Actually, it just happened to me a couple
You
weeks
fell in.
ago.
The trough.
No, we went to this place called Mother's. Me and a bunch of my old coworkers. I don't know if you guys have heard of that place. It's like
No, I don't think so.
cool bar in the Gold Coast. And,
Oh, okay.
we went over there. It's like they got a big dance floor and it's really fun.
Bro loves
and
to
so-
dance.
I do. I get really drunk and I dance.
Oh, that sounds
and
fun
I
as
have
hell,
a lot of
yeah.
fun.
Nice.
And so we were going there, and I had to piss so bad when we were getting out of the Uber, and I just went into the first bar I saw because I'd never been to this place before. So I was like, I was going in there, and everyone's like, "No, Joey, it's not that one. It's down a little bit." I'm like, "I'm gonna piss my pants. Just let me go." And so my buddy Dylan ended up. He was like, "All right, you guys go on. I'm going to wait with him." And so I go to the bathroom, and they have, like, a little trough in this bathroom. And it's, like, maybe enough for 3 people to stand there. And so I'm there taking a piss. And it's like, when you're at the trough, you don't let your eyes wander. I know they're saying other things, but nobody
I was joking.
Nobody's
I
eyes-
meant
also
to
kind of-
eyes do not wander. You stay
Yes.
focused. You got the
Yeah.
blinders on.
Yeah.
This
And
is guy code.
respect your other.
yeah,
man.
you keep the blinders on.
you're a
And so
weirdo.
my buddy Dylan comes in there. I didn't realize he came in there. And he goes up, like, right next to me, like, like, shoves up against me. And
Right up.
I'm thinking it's some random-ass dude. And I'm like, motherfucker. And I turned, and he's just, like, laughing. And I was like, oh, thank God. I thought I was going to fucking get into scrap in here or
with my
something.
dick out.
Yeah, with my dick out.
So, oh man, that's.
And
funny
then
as hell.
everybody else in the bathroom started laughing because it was like just so weird.
That's actually a really good transition into the story I wanted to tell originally about nervous peeing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember Alec was like, I don't know why I'm a nervous peer, but I think I do know why. I can pinpoint
What did you do
the
to me,
day.
asshole?
No, I can pinpoint the day I became a nervous peer.
Oh.
And it involves a man that you and I both know.
Nice.
So this is a person that this person I'm in the bathroom at school, and don't ask me why, but this is how the story starts, because this is how I remember it. I was eating chips in the bathroom. I was just sitting on the ground.
Whatever.
Yeah, casual, like. And I'm sitting, and this is a weird bathroom too, because
when was this? Was this recent?
This was in high school.
Oh, okay.
This was my sophomore year of high school.
You were sitting on the ground eating chips in the bathroom.
Yes, and this bathroom in particular was a weird bathroom in the school, because in most bathrooms there was like on one wall there would be like windows or like some sort of actual natural light,
Yeah, yeah.
In this bathroom there was no light at all. It was just two stalls, 2 urinals, 2 sinks, and 2 hand dryers, and then about 30 feet of nothing, and then on the far end, 1 mirror, and then the door. And that was the whole bathroom.
Yeah.
It was just like a little tiny rectangular cube of like prison bathroom for some reason.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm sitting on the ground, and I decide, I have to pee. So I stand up, and I'm standing at one of the 2 urinals. This person that me and Alex know comes into said bathroom, and he goes up to the urinal, to the second urinal, and I had left my chips on the floor, by the way. I left the bag on the floor.
I have so many questions besides the peeing. Why are you eating in the bathroom, and why are you leaving the chips on the floor?
Okay,
This
not?
place
So-
is disgusting. It's a bathroom.
So I remember
Whatever.
being in class, and I asked to go to the bathroom, and I had these chips left over from lunch, and I was just like, I really want to eat them because I'm feeling snacky.
Okay.
So when I got to the bathroom, I was eating the chips, but the reason why I left them on the floor was because I wasn't all the way done with them. So they're in a bag.
Yeah,
it's not like
exactly.
It's not like I'm like dumping them
just wouldn't
on
wanna
the
eat-
floor
Yeah, no, I
and then
feel
I'm
that.
gonna eat.
Right on, man. Do what you gotta do.
Thank you. So, but this person saw it the way Alex saw it, in which he looks over, he's peeing, and he looks over at the chips, and then he looks over at me next to him, and he goes, "Are those your chips on the ground?"
I can imagine.
And I was like,
saying it.
Yeah? And he was like, and just with the most venom in his voice I've ever heard from this person in particular, "That's disgusting. That is the grossest thing I think I've ever seen." Like, and he's just going off about.
He
He's
hasn't
like,
seen that.
Do
much
you
gross
know?
stuff.
Do you know about like the last time this bathroom was clean? Probably it was back in the 1970s. And he's just, and I'm just stopped peeing at this point, because this is a man who's standing next to me at the urinal, yelling at me full force while we're both trying to pee. And he continues like to essentially verbally assault me as he's washing his hands, and he goes to the blow dryer, and then he keeps telling me more reasons why it's gross to have chips on the ground. And he's walking out, and he does like the most dramatic sitcom-y thing where he's walking out, and then he looks back at me and he shakes his head and he just goes,
Oh my god.
"Disgusting." And then he walks out fully.
Did you guys ever talk about it again?
I mentioned it to him like my last month of senior year. I was like, "Do you remember yelling at a kid in the bathroom?" And he was like, "No, I don't remember that." I was like, "Well, that was me. You did that to me." He was like, "Oh, well, okay."
Okay. Probably had good reason to.
Little did I know at the time, because I didn't know that person very well at the time, that he was a big giant germaphobe. So that's one of the reasons why he like totally got grossed out by the chips on the ground.
Maybe he was insecure about peeing
Next
to a child, and so he just felt like he had to say words the whole time.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, he made me feel insecure, because I literally, anytime there is a body next to me now, or even when sometimes Redding will try to talk to me through the door when I'm peeing, just to like, get knowledge about like, did you do the dishes, blah blah blah. I'm like, don't talk to me. I can't pee when you're doing that. Please don't. So yeah.
He like starts crying. It's really weird.
Yeah, it is. But that's just how my body is, so please don't judge it.
Snickers, you aren't you when you're hungry.
And that's our sponsor today.
Yes.
Snickers.
Please buy some Snickers.
I'm not saying this on the podcast, but remember what I was saying to you earlier today about Snickers?
No.
I'll say it after you turn off the microphone, because I don't want you to have that on audio to blackmail me.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I
It
would
was
definitely
racist.
keep it.
I don't want to say it.
I can't even remember what you said. I must have been droning out.
You were on your computer, and I knew you weren't paying attention. But it was one of those things where
Snickers,
I
more
just-
like nah.
No, not really. I I just keep
Lord.
saying it over and over again, even though like you're not listening.
Until I
Until you're
know
like,
this.
can you please stop? Because that's like what gets me off. It's
That's
it's what
what-
makes me laugh.
That's what Round would do to me when I was younger, and he still does it to me when he's back home. But it'll be like he'll pretend to be a ghost.
Pro used to do that to me all
But
the
he'll-
time. I
he'll
almost killed him because of
He'll
it.
do these annoying things though. He won't even say words. He'll just do he'll just go.
It's my bro's parcel tongue.
That's literally me. Yeah.
And he'll be like, Redding, did you hear that? He'll do it really fast. He won't let it sit. He'll just be like, Redding.
Literally, Ryland is the same as my big bro.
No, yeah, it was. I would like be looking at him too, and he would do it, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
"That wasn't me."
That was Peanut
was like-
talking.
Yeah. Or I used to always be like, I'd be like, your phone's ringing.
Oh wow, that picks up really weird.
Stop it.
It looks funny.
Yeah, I love that, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for showing off your chops.
Thanks.
Well, thanks.
I'll play us out.
And that's the episode.
That's the
Thank you.
episode. Yeah, this will be up. Make sure wherever you're listening, you stay safe. Be it on the toilet, in your bed, on the road.
On the
Yeah.
moon.
You guys want to plug yourselves?
I'm on Instagram. Follow me at Redingus, REDDINGUS.
And you can follow me also on Instagram at WavyDad69. You'll spell that WAVVEYDAD69.
Perfect. And also for me, you all know that on Twitter, we are. I just quickly want to plug our program that we just started in the last episode. The Witching Hour is started a New Year's resolution. We are trying to end cyberbullying. So in order to do this, we want everyone to go on Twitter, and if you feel like you need to cyberbully someone, just cyberbully my brother. He's on Twitter. Cyberbully me. You can find me on Twitter at thefatbro.com.
That's spelled .dot. Every word is capitalized.
Thefatbro.com.
Yep.
At thefatbro.com.
And you'll find me
I'm
at...
going to bully you right now. actually.
Perfect.
Fat bro.
And we're
He's not actually.
bully
on
us.
No, it is there. It's right there.
Bully
He's
us.
not there yet.
I'm on Twitter.
It's right
I'm
there.
made it.
It's
I'm
right
verified,
there.
asshole.
No.
Anyways,
Yeah, right there. Yes, right there.
Bully us to end cyberbullying, and
Yes.
together we can create a safe space on the internet. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Stay beautiful.
Bye.
Kisses.
Then remember, stop bullying.
Bullying. Yay.
All right, and cut.